Dear all monks, all nuns, and all practitioners, today is Sunday, the 28th of December, 2025. We continue the topic, practice from less acquaintance to acquaintance, familiar, less familiar to familiar. We're talking about less familiar. We have to have a thought of taking that seriously. And when we have this thought, we need to believe in our own mind. And that's when we begin to practice. But during the practice, if we keep chasing the knowledge in view, and that is still in the duality. Because we have the habit of self-attachment. And if we keep staying on this, the practice will give us a lot of obstacles. It's like we stay in the ignorance and we try to go after the get to the state of not ignorance, no ignorance. Many practitioners, they bring forth the mind to practice. And they think that they believe in their own mind. But because of their habits, because of their self-attachment and ignorance, and they, even though they believe, but they don't put the mind in practice. And this is why they cannot get from less familiar to familiar in the practice. So if we stay in this mode for a while, then we'll get bored with the practice. And then more likely we'll look for different methods, different practice. This is the same sickness that almost everyone has. We need to take the Dharma seriously. We need to cherish the Dharma that we are practicing. So that's the topic of this week. So now anyone who has any question, you can bring it up. Namo Sakamuni Buddha. We invite Kim Ying to speak. Can you hear me clearly? He said yes. Namo Sakamuni Buddha. Dear all monks, all nuns, and the of the assembly. Dear Master, this afternoon I heard the teaching from Master Whaley, and this practitioner present his practice to him. And this practitioner said she watched her thought, the state of not producing any thoughts, give rise to any thoughts. So she feel like when she stay in this state, she feel like she can feel the blood or flowing in her body. So when she present this to Master Wei Master Wei kind of try to stop her, try to say in a way that is not according to the Dharma. Most people they don't really practice. They keep putting thoughts. They keep stay on their feelings, like dwelling on feeling. When we're talking about staying at the we stay in the practice, get to the hotter state, then if we produce thoughts that we know this and that, that is differentiation. That is still not in view. That is still attaching the four fragments of attachment, like but and then they also feel that they practice in the right way. When we're talking about doubt, this is the state that leading us to where no thought arise. So a lot of practitioners, when they think that they leave behind the thought, but actually they come across with different thoughts, give rise to different thoughts, and they stay on the thought of differentiation. Patriarchs mentioned that when we get to this state, there should be we should not know, should not differentiate. It's just like the egg and the chicken. They cannot find out that this one comes first. So the Buddha mentioned that is form and emptiness, non-duality, and the patriarchs try to tell us that we should stay on the Tao, maintain the Tao. It has the same meaning. So we need to have the thought of taking birth and death seriously. And this is considered to be non-wisdom, non-discrimination wisdom. We should maintain the practice in order to for us to lead us to this state. Just ask the question clearly. So if we keep asking, then the doubt will arise. We need to ask the question sincerely and clearly. But a lot of people, they don't do this. They just sit there and contemplate. And then sometimes they They guess, they guessing this and that, and they dwell on it, they abide on it. When we're talking about relying on the Dharma, when we talking about relying on proper Dharma or right Dharma, what we mean is to detach from self, break through the self-attachment. But a lot of people, they misunderstand because of the differentiation thoughts that keep coming from mind. And then we produce different types, different kind of, all kind of knowledge and view. So we need to rely on the good advisors, rely on the patriarchs teaching, so that we practice incorrectly. We need to practice and get familiar with the practice, so that we can practice accordingly to the meaning of Huatou state, that state of no thought arise. So when we're talking about, we try to explain the prajna so that we can practice according to the meaning of prajna. So not, but any understanding, any and if we attach to any explanation, that is an attachment. That's just an example, an analogy you just give, like two people when they read a sutra, but one try to understand and put into practice, but the other one just abide or clings to the understanding, the knowledge. So it's different. So he mentioned when he's talking about the phrase like when we start practicing, then the understanding to be stopped or end. So for our practice, we need to be careful. If we're not careful, then we're more likely to misunderstand the proper Dharma. So do you understand what I try to explain?
Dạ, con hiểu.
Yes, I do.
Xin cảm ơn thầy ạ.
Thank you.
Thầy làm.
Dear Master,
Con xin trình bày qua cái lời chia sẻ của vị hành giả này đối với hòa thiện lực á, thì con con cũng đã từng bị cái chỗ này á, cách đây hơn 5 năm trước á, khi con đang buổi chiều là con hay ghé vào chùa Tâm Linh con tu cùng với lại mấy thị tri thức.
So 5 days ago,
Các bạn đồng tham
I feel like I encountered this problem, just like this petition,
ngồi công phu á, thì
while I was sitting, meditating.
diễn ra khi mỗi lần cuối giờ của công phu á thầy. Thì là khi đó
Especially at the end of the sitting period.
Nhưng mà khi mà bắt đầu á, tới giờ đánh chung để hết giờ á, thì thường á là con bị giống như là con không có tỉnh. Vì
I
thường
feel like I'm not,
giống như là bác Anh á, hay tới kêu con dạy á, kêu
I don't have the
kêu con
awareness.
lung lay người của con á, thì
And then
con
the Bác Anh, which is
rất là xa xa
a
con thôi.
senior,
Khi đó thì
a man, tried to shake me up, to wake me up.
cũng hỗ trợ bắt huyệt hoặc là làm những cái động tác rất là mạnh á, để cho lúc đó con mở mắt. Dạ thưa thầy,
And the other man also
là
came and
con cũng đang
shake me, tried to wake me, tried to.
chứ con không có bị mơ hồ á, cái công phu á, nhưng mà cái triệu chứng này á cũng là một trong các triệu chứng thiền bệnh.
I feel like these symptoms, when it occurred, I feel like this is one of the sickness in meditation.
Nên mình bị vô bị trói buộc và bị cái thân bệnh.
So one time you mentioned about if we have a thought of seeking, then we're more likely to get attached to some of the states that we encounter.
Thời gian của con kéo dài rất là lâu á, đã trải qua hơn 5 năm con phải chịu cái thân á, khi mà con công phu á, con bị các tướng công phu bị ảnh hưởng, thì thực sự là khi đúng là chỉ có thị tri thức hay thì lúc đó mình mới thay đổi được cái tư tưởng. Qua đây con cũng xin thầy có thể sẽ nói thêm. Cảm ơn thầy.
So I feel like without good no advisor's explanation or uh, tell us, then we're more likely to stay in this kind of attachment for a long period of time. So the two basic criteria from our practice is believe in our own mind and practice. So we're more likely if we practice and if we stay in the knowledge and view, just understanding, and we refuse to practice, then more likely to stay with the in a state of ignorance. And then, so it's like a person who has a map and just sitting there and read the map and never try to use the map to go to find the destination to go. Just stay there and read the map, but they never get to the destination. So there's a teaching mentioned about the three criterias, like bright wisdom eyes, clearly understand theory, and the mind of determination. Then the practitioners more likely to get to the state of enlightenment. So you have just one lack of the other two, will not get to the destination, to the final state. So So like the two criteria that we supposed to have, believing in our mind and maintain doubt. If we don't, if just have one, if we just have one, it will not lead us to enlightenment. So like the criteria is saying that clearly understand the theory. If we just understand without the practice, it will not lead us to the final state, which is
mình tưởng đó là mình đó, mình hành rồi, đâu phải là hành đâu. Mình tưởng đó là mình đến rồi, cho nên chúng ta lầm chỗ này rất nhiều, phải nói lầm rất nhiều. Rồi mình đâu có hành được. Rồi còn có nhiều người á, thì người ta chỉ gồng mình trên cái sự thực hành, tại vì mình tin á.
So what he tried to say, a lot of people, they just understand without the practice. And sometimes they understand and they think that they are already there, which is a big mistake. And some of the practice practitioners, they put a lot of effort into the practice, and they think that it's it, and they without listening, without try to understand, so that they can be clearly understanding about it. So a lot of people, they mention that they believe 100% in their mind, in their own mind. The good advisors say that it's only 50%. If we believe in our mind and we without the practice, then slowly we not improve on the practice, and eventually the practice will fade it away. So it's very rare for people that they have both believe in the own mind and also keep the practice going consistently. So that's why practitioners need to rely on good note advisors, and rely on the Dharma, rely on triple truths. So that's why the Buddha taught us to take refuge in triple truths. If we are taking refuge in triple truths for any other reason other than liberation, that is not the way. So without the triple truths, we not be able to get. So when we look at the history of Buddha, Sakyamuni Buddha, he has been practicing all kind of practice in his previous lives. But for us, we are fortunate. We are very fortunate that we already have the teaching from the Buddha, the Enlightened One, and we have the triple truths, and we don't believe in it. We don't know how to use it. But in the sutra, in the teaching, it also stated that the Buddha has practiced three great eons, kalpas in the past. That's why he became the Buddha. But in this practice, the patriarchs mentioned that we can get enlightened in this lifetime. So it's hard to believe. So he tried to bring up a story about the Dharma master who tried to teach the Diamond Sutra for a long time. Try to explain the Diamond Sutra for a long time. And when he heard this Dharma that you can get enlightened in any moment in this lifetime, he tried to go south to find out. So when he encountered this old lady on the road, and so when he got asked by this old lady, he got stuck and he feels shame, tried to go back to his place. But this old lady insists, try to help him by telling him to go to the other master. So he went there and he finally got enlightened. So then after that, when he got enlightened, he burned up all his explanation, all the books that he has. So there's a Dharma master, there's a patriarch saying, today we don't have any Dharma talk, instructional talk. Whoever come out, try to ask a question, you get whipped 30 times. So this monk, when the time come, he came out, and before asking the question, this patriarch say, "Oh, you get whipped 30 times. You're gonna get whipped 30 times." So he said, "I didn't even ask a question. How can I get this punishment?" So he said, "Where are you from?" He said, "Oh, from this hang place." And the patriarch said, "When you step on the boat, try to get over here. You already should be punished by 30 whips already." So when we're talking about prajna, when we understand text, that is the written text, prajna, then it will lead us to contemplation. So if we have this contemplation prajna, then we will believe in our own mind, and the more we believe in our own mind, stronger, then we more likely, it will lead us to the true prajna. We should not believe in our knowledge and view. We should believe in our own. Should not believe in consciousness. Should believe in our true mind. We need to rely on good advisors, Buddha's teaching and Patriarch's teaching, so that we don't practice incorrectly. We don't miss it. So you understand? She said, yes, I do. Thank you so much. Time is up. Namo Sakamuni Buddha.